Good morning, my lovely friends. I am here to share a Trash Craft Thursday video with you guys. This month, throughout the whole month of September, my friend Belinda, who's Visualized NZ, and I are collaborating on Scrappy September, and Scrappy September is working with all of your scrap papers, and it's also including using up your recycling trash, using that in your creativity. So that is what we're doing this month, and I'm so excited. So Belinda is doing, she always does it, even before Scrappy September, she does Trash Craft Tuesday, and for the month of September I am joining her but doing a Trash Craft Thursday. So if you're into this trash craft idea, check out Belinda. She's got some great videos, and I will be doing them on Thursdays. So today, if you didn't catch my last video, Belinda and I did a swap. So basically I sent her a big box of my trash and she sent me a big box of her trash. So that is things like food packaging, paper bags, all sorts of stuff. I'll give you a little, just pop this in here. It's a big box of stuff that she sent me that I can play with and try and get creative with. Using stuff like this really stretches your mind and makes you have to be thinking in a creative way, because it's not just supplies that kind of give you a set way of using it. You've got to really get creative. And so I'm so excited for this challenge, and this is my first Trash Craft Thursday, and what I am planning on doing here today is using these little leaflet, booklet-y things that came in the box that Belinda sent me. So this one here just shows a bunch of events happening in North Canterbury area, Huranui district. So it's just got a whole lot of events that were happening at a certain time. I don't even know when this was from. I think, 2020 it was from. 2020, so it's an old pamphlet. And then there's this other one which is a Christian conference from 2019. So these are just old pamphlets. Notebook pamphlet kind of things. They're advertising stuff. And what I'm going to do with these today, I think, is turn them into mini art journals for myself. So what I pulled out over here were the art journals I'm currently using. So this one I am making into a Inner Heroine journal, which is a course by Vanessa Oliver Lloyd. I can never remember which way around her surnames go. On Get Messy, and so I am turning this one into a very specific art journal for that course. Then I have this one, which is a very specific art journal for Megan and the Moon's her Art Witch Tarot YouTube. She has it's a YouTube channel called Art Witch Tarot, and in it she is doing these monthly prompts based off of her tarot readings. And so I have done the first month. She started in August. So that's what this little book is going to be for. It's going to be for recording her art prompts that she gives for, for that YouTube channel. So that's what this little booklet here is for. And then this one here is my big art journal, which is a handmade art journal, which I do all sorts of stuff in. But I don't know, I often feel a little pressured when I'm using this one. Not bad, but just I want to make the page finished, and I don't know, I sit down and I do all of it in one session kind of, and it's a big undertaking when I do it. I don't always, this page is obviously not done. I've just put some paint down in the background. But for the most part, I'll kind of complete the page in one go. And so it takes a bit of time. So this one I feel slightly precious about this one. This one's I've been working in for years now and I love it. But it's quite large. And then these ones here, I am going to turn into super low pressure art journals. Art journals that I can just play in, but I don't have to care about them too much. I don't have to get too fussy about, am I doing it right? Am I finishing it? I can just sort of stick something in and then just, turn the page, stick something else in and just see what happens with them. I really like the idea of this and I'm really excited to try it. And they're going to be very low pressure because obviously the paper quality is not something that's to be desired in an art journal. This one's like a shiny magazine paper. It's not high quality art paper or anything like that. It's just paper. Then this one here this one's nicer. This one's got like a cardstock cover. The paper is slightly more matte. It's still a little shiny, but slightly more matte. And again, I'm just going to glue bits in. I like the really different shapes of them. This one is like a square, and so when you open, it's like this horizontal kind of rectangle. This one is very vertical, and when you open it, it's almost a square. So it's very different shapes, and I'm really excited to play with these. I'm taking these with me, I think, on my little upcoming holiday. I'm going on a little art retreat with just by myself, and I'm really excited. So I'm going to take these with me, and I'm really excited. So with you today, we're going to grab out this envelope. This is an envelope of scraps that Belinda also sent me, and I've got a little bin of scraps here beside me as well. And I think we're just going to work on the covers of these today, just recovering them so that they just feel a little more pretty and fun to work in, you know. I feel a little more inspired to get in them and make art. Okay, so I have already pulled out 2 things that I want to use on them, one for each of them, and they're like the focal point image for each of these. So these are both being sent to me, and these are in my capsule for this month, so I'm excited because it means I'm using up my capsule thing. So this one here, I'm going to pop on the cover of this. I'm obviously going to do something underneath it. But this one here is going to go on the cover of this one. This one was sent to me from Megan and the Moon, and I love it. It's so beautiful. And then this one is going on here, and this one was sent to me from Heart Musings with Crystal, and I love that too. I am just obsessed with these beautiful art pieces, and so really excited to use them as like beautiful focal images for the front of these going to be really fun and scrappy art journals. I think that these are such beautiful items that like they need to be like on a cover somewhere, you know. So that's the plan for these. They both I feel like they fit the space really perfectly, so I'm super excited about that. So those are going to be our focal images that are going to sit on top of them. But first up, we're going to grab this one out. I think we'll just start with this one. And open it up, and then I'm going to collage some scraps onto this cover, which is a really great way of using up your scraps. Actually, I find I make a lot of my covers. I'll see if I can share this one. Sorry, I'm reaching, but as you can see, a lot of my journal covers are made by just collaging paper scraps all onto some cardstock or onto something that I can then turn into a journal cover. I do that all the time, and I find it such a fun way to use up my paper scraps when I'm getting a little bit of an overflowing bin. So let's do that together today. Hello, my lovely friends. How are we today? This is voiceover Lydia coming in while we do the collaging here on these little pamphlets. You might be able to tell from my voice, I'm a little under the weather. I have a cold at the moment. You know, it's not too bad, but I do have a bit of a cold, so I'm sorry about the sort of nasally voice that we've got going on, but it is what it is. So as you can see, I have pulled out a bunch of scrap papers that I thought kind of matched with my focal image that I have here. Like I said earlier, this one is from Megan and the Moon. I absolutely love it. It's so beautiful. I'm actually really, really happy with how both of these little art journals turn out. You'll see them in the end here. But I was really pleased with how they looked. So as you can see, I am just tearing up paper and sticking it down. I have obviously got my focal image chosen, so I'm choosing out papers that I think kind of look good with the colour palette of the focal image, so that it can just kind of look cohesive and kind of look like it's supposed to be like that. I don't know. Anyway, I like how it looks. I like the colours that have been chosen with this. I think it all matches really well, and yeah, I'm really happy with how it turns out in the end. And it's actually just super fun having these little art journals that are such low pressure art journals, because I obviously don't like super care about the original pamphlets. Like, they're not from my area, they're not anything special to me. They just are little pamphlets, and they had their purpose at the time that they were made for, and now they are not, you know, they don't have their purpose anymore. So we're going to give them a new purpose and turn them into little booklets of art. going ahead and pulling out that beautiful hot pink colour. This colour, I use it on almost everything. I love it. I need to actually get myself some more of this paper because I use it so much. I am just super drawn to it. It's just such a fun, vibrant colour, and it's just an absolute fave. So it's on just about everything I make at the moment. I love it. I'm using a lot of pieces in the scrap envelope that was sent to me from Belinda, and I'm also using some scrap images from magazines and then that neon pink paper as well. So there's kind of a variety. There are also some bits, I believe, that were from my own stash of papers. And it's so fun just to get out your scraps and kind of select a colour palette and just sort of paste them all down and see what you end up with. I really love doing this. I find it so relaxing and easy, and I love the way it looks in the end. I love it. This is an absolute favourite type of thing for me to do. I love making journal covers out of these scrappy papers like this. You can see the background is all covered now. I just felt like the blue of the card was blending in a little bit with the blue of that star paper. So I found a black magazine scrap that I had in my bin of scraps and added that down just to sort of lift the card up a little bit and give it a little bit of contrast there, because I did think it was blending in a little much. Yeah, those little bits of black do help just sort of lift it up off the book a little bit. So for this card, because it is cardstock, I'm using double-sided tape to stick it down. I am going to go over it in the end with packing tape to kind of seal everything in, so it doesn't have to be stuck down like perfectly, although double-sided tape I do find is pretty effective, but I am going to use packing tape, so it is really well stuck down, but I just really needed something to kind of stick it down for now. So that is the tall skinny little one done. Now we are moving on into this square one. So we're doing the exact same process here, again using my scraps and just pasting them down over the top of what's already going on in the background, just to create some visual interest. And I have that beautiful moon goddess piece that was gifted to me from Crystal. I love it. It's so beautiful. I love that pink and purple. I love the floral. I love the words moon goddess. It's just so magical and beautiful. This little blue florally scrap that I'm gluing down right at the moment was part of my scrap kit of paper from Belinda, and it is beautiful. It is absolutely stunning. I love it. So I was very happy to be able to use that on the cover here because it is just so pretty, and I thought it lended itself really well to that magical sort of vibe that I had going with the moon goddess part. Again, heavily going in with that neon pink colour. I thought it tied in well with the bright pink that's in the background of that moon goddess part, and it's just a fave. So I definitely use a fair amount of that beautiful vibrant pink in this. Also using a fair amount of that beautiful blue, pale blue kind of floral there. It is so pretty. I just love it. Definitely using a lot of that on this cover because it's just so pretty. This is just a little journal card from my Patreon that I had in my scrap bin. I'd obviously printed it out at some point, haven't used it, and it's been tucked into that scraps paper bin. So using that, also using more of that black magazine page. I was just really digging that. I liked how the black was looking on this. So as I said earlier, my plan was to take these little mini art journals with me away on my little holiday, and spoiler, I'm currently, as I am doing the voiceover for this, on my holiday and have brought these and have been loving working in them. Loving it. I have been trying to do more collaging using like magazine images and things like that. I've been super inspired by Megan and the Moon and Dolly from Gypsy Rose Paper Magic. They're like really whimsical, magical collaging and things in their art journals. I don't know, I just love it. So I've been feeling really inspired looking at their art and really wanted to just play around with that idea myself. So that's what I've been doing. I've definitely done a few pages, not as many as I would have liked. I think because I've gotten sick while I've been on holiday, so I just don't have quite the same, capacity maybe, I don't know, to create as I would have wanted, but I'm still enjoying it thoroughly, and I'm hoping that tomorrow I'll feel a little better and I will be more ready to jump in and make art. I have been really loving playing in them when I have played in them. My goal is to kind of try and really dig into them and fill them up quickly because I'm just using them so much. My goal is to be very prolific in them and just get art made in them as quick as I can. So yeah, having fun with it. So we are coming to the end of the collaging on the cover of this little journal. So we have done both of the two little pamphlets and turned them into cutie little art journals. So I am just collaging down these last wee pieces, and then I'm going to stick down my main focal image on the front, and then I've got that little purple rose paper scrap that's going to layer over the top of that focal image. So I've kept that one aside so that I can do that. So layering down that beautiful focal image on the front, you can just still see all of the little textury pieces of scraps around the edge of it. I love it. I think it looks so pretty. And there we go. I'm just sticking down that overlapping little purple floral piece. I just think it kind of matched and made it fit better. I don't know. Now we are adding the packing tape, and before I add the packing tape, I decided I wanted to add a little glitter because glitter is beautiful and I love it. These glitter tubes I got from an auction, I believe. So it was like a whole lot of people's junk, and you just buy them super cheap because in like this little auction thing, because it's just going to be thrown out. So I rescued that glitter from being thrown away, and I'm using it and I'm loving it. It's just, glitter is beautiful. It really is. I know it's terrible for the environment, but I try not to buy glitter new. I just try and buy secondhand glitter, because, it's not making people try and produce more glitter. It's just using up what's already there rather than it going straight to landfill. So doing that, and it's so pretty. I love the way it looks. So I've added glitter onto the front cover of this little one and added my tape. And now I am going to do the same with the other one. I used silver glitter on the first journal, and then now I'm using gold glitter on this one. I love it. It's so pretty. Just sort of sprinkling it on to my journal cover and then going in with the tape like you saw me do last time. So basically with the packing tape, I just layer tape in strips, over all of the cover so that it sort of seals everything in. The edges aren't going to peel up and off. I also find often with my journals made like this, as I use them, the paper starts wearing off everywhere, like in the middle of the journal and everywhere. With heavy use, it's not ideal, so that packing tape really just seals everything in and protects my cover in the long term. Okay, everyone, we have finished up these two gorgeous art journals. I am so excited about these. Look how cute they turned out. We've got this little moon goddess one. I love it. I love this. This was a scrap Belinda sent me. It looks like a printable. It's so pretty. And then this was from Heart Musings with Crystal. And then here we've got this beautiful one. This image here is from Megan and the Moon. Look at it. I just love it. I can't wait to dive into these and get creating on all of these pages that I've got here. I'm so excited. If you enjoyed this little Trash Craft Thursday video, I'd love it if you'd subscribe, like, comment, whatever. It really helps me out. And go and follow Belinda as well, because she is the one kind of running the whole trash crafting, and I am just loving it. She is so talented, and she comes up with really fun ideas too. So if you want to see how she works with the trash I sent her, go and check out her channel. Everything will be linked in the description. That's it, guys. I super enjoyed this. I hope you have enjoyed it too. And I will see you again very soon for the next video. Bye, guys.